The Q4 push is in full swing. Tesla suffers a big blow in Connecticut. The Martin Tripp lawsuit just gets weirder, and Tesla might reveal more than the Model Y in 2019. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 477 for December 12th, 2018. Today's show is brought to you by our show sponsor, Richard. I thank him very much for his support. If you're buying a Tesla, please consider using Richard's referral code, ts.la/Richard174, and you can pick up 6 months worth of free supercharging if you order by the end of the day on December 17th. We begin the show today with Tesla pulling out all the stops to end the year with another historic quarter. The first of the news came from Elon's Twitter feed as he reminded folks that they're running out of time to qualify for the full U.S. tax credit for EVs. Quote, "Important note for U.S. Tesla buyers, federal tax credit drops by $3,750 in 3 weeks. To be on the cancellation waitlist for delivery this year, or if you want a display car, order at Tesla.com or visit our stores. Full refund if Tesla can't deliver your car this year," end quote. So there's a bit to unpack here. First and foremost, that Tesla will provide a full refund of your order payment if they can't deliver before the end of the year. Normally, canceling or changing an order after it's been locked in for a certain period carries a penalty, which is being waived in this situation. Very cool. Next, there is now apparently a cancellation wait list for folks that desperately want a car this year and will take a car that another buyer has decided not to accept. Talk about wringing every dollar out of the system and simultaneously making some people super happy. The next little bit they layered on came courtesy of Ride the Lightning host Ryan McCaffrey's Twitter feed, where he's the first I saw to note that the referral program has been extended through the 17th now, where it was originally scheduled to end on the 10th. So just a touch more time for folks to get in there for the free 6 months of supercharging. If you're purchasing, please keep the referral code mentioned at the top of the show in mind. Please and thank you. And then lastly, a text message that I received today informing me that as an existing owner, if I decided to upgrade my car, I would be able to nab 3 free years of supercharging so long as I took delivery before the year was out. Just a note on that one, while I suspect that this is a company-wide promotion due to the end of the quarter, it is certainly possible this may only be a local deal. But if you're an existing owner about to purchase another car, it is certainly worth asking your sales advisor if it applies to you. This next news comes from Teslarati, and it is one of the unfortunate times where I've got some fairly grave news for you. This one's out of Connecticut, where we've been watching a battle play out for some time to have the restrictions lifted from the Tesla gallery there to be converted to a full store. Multiple bills have failed to get out of committee that would see Tesla be able to legally sell in the state. Sadly, this story has nothing to do with that legislation. Rather, similar to the issue that Tesla faced in Missouri recently, a recent court ruling has put even the existence of Tesla's lone gallery in jeopardy. Connecticut is one of the few states where it's still illegal for Tesla to sell cars direct to its customers, thanks to antiquated franchise laws. It was due to those laws that a judge recently ruled that Tesla could no longer even operate the gallery. The judge held the same view as the DMV did earlier, that due primarily to the fact that staff at the Greenwich Gallery had commissions and bonuses tied to cars that eventually were registered in the state after conversations held in the gallery, that this amounted to activity at the gallery being of the sales variety. Tesla is now left in a no-win situation. It either must stop compensating its employees with performance-based pay, or simply close its lone gallery in the state. While the former would certainly be a terrible situation for Connecticut Tesla employees, the latter would be a total catastrophe. I'm sure Tesla lawyers are all over the situation, so we'll keep an eye out for updates. In Missouri, Tesla ultimately prevailed, so let's all hope we see the same result here. Moving to Electrek, our next story revisits the tale of espionage, sabotage, or whistleblowing, depending on your perspective, from the summer. You'll recall the story of Martin Tripp, who provided information of dubious veracity to the press regarding the assembly of Model 3 and got in a whole lot of hot water. And by hot water, I mean Tesla ended up suing the man. Today, the weird factor just got cranked up even more. It turns out that the Tesla legal team apparently has taken into account the drop in stock price surrounding the information he provided to news outlets and has sued him for more than, get this, $167 million US. Clearly, if Tesla wins, it will never see its money. It will just have ensured that Tripp never has a normal life ever again. In this aspect, I have a bit of a moral dilemma. On one hand, if it's proven the information is untrue, you can't just go to the media lying about something, have it negatively affect potentially millions of people, and not get some sort of punishment. On the other hand, from my perception of the DNA of Tesla, it's not in their character to permanently ruin someone's life either, nor do I believe they should, regardless of what the person did. I think the best possible outcome of this trial is that both sides drop their suits and just move on. As always, I'll keep you updated on the progress of the story. And finally, on a much lighter note, Elon's Twitter feed produced another gem for the miners of Tesla information on Twitter. Responding to a Twitter user asking when they could order their pickup truck, Elon responded, quote, "I'm dying to make a pickup truck so bad. We might have a prototype to unveil next year," end quote. So it would appear that maybe, just maybe, more than Model Y will be revealed in 2019. I suspect that even if the pickup is revealed, it may just be torture for truck fans. Model Y is slated to go to production first, and it would stand to reason that fans might not see the Tesla pickup in their driveways for over 4 years from seeing it for the first time. I know the Model 3 wait was a rough one for everyone, but this would be worse yet. I'm personally hoping he holds off, and he doesn't tease the massive number of people that likely can't wait for Tesla to start that production. Check out the links to the full stories in the show description. While you're at it, please consider supporting the show financially through Patreon at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks as always to our super patrons for supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are John Walthour, Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Mark and Sarah Thomas, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Bruno Kundici, Joey Boots, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, Adam Raymer Brown, Megawatt Photovoltaic Development, Todd Sullivan, Robert Healy, Mitch Long, Zortec LED Canada, Morven Ogg, Blake Thompson, Raymond and Deborah Malkowitz, T Sportline, Michael Pastroni, Travis and Cheyenne Rush, Cookie UK, Chris Hovis, Craig Murphy, and Vicky Kirk. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits and use the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. I'll see everyone back here again on Friday. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.